What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Barbells and Bangers. What's going on? I'm feeling pretty good today. I started off my day with an ice bath, as I've been doing lately, and I feel like it's just such a good way to start the day. Like, even if you don't do it right when you get up, like I usually don't do it immediately when I get up. I don't know, maybe one day I'll get to that level where I can just wake up and get an ice bath. But I do it like after I like walk my dog, eat my breakfast, and do a little bit of stuff in the morning, and then I will fill the tub up with cold water, and then I'll put the ice in, and then I will just jump in there. Today I did it for like 3.5 minutes, and that's kind of been like my average. I usually do it anywhere from like 2.5 minutes to 4 minutes. That seems to be like the sweet spot for me right now. But I think because like in the beginning I was only doing 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes when I first started like really consistently doing ice bath. But I feel like you get a little bit more sensitive to it, and like adding on a little bit more time kind of makes you like feel it a little bit more, I guess. I don't know. There's probably some scientific something behind that. But yeah, so I do it on average like 2.5 to 4 minutes each session. And I feel like after 5 minutes, the ice starts to melt. So I don't know if I went longer, if it would be easier because the ice or the water might not be as cold. So I don't know. But that's kind of been my average. And then, yeah, I've been doing that not every day, but I've been doing it most days. Like I'm actually kind of getting addicted to it now because I feel just so good right when I do it. Like it gives you dopamine, but it's not like a surge of dopamine. It's like a steady state of dopamine for hours. And you just feel good. Like you feel motivated. You feel just like ready to go. I don't know how to describe it. And like, I know it sounds crazy to people who've never done ice bath before. They're like, what are you doing? Why are you getting in a bathtub with ice? Have you lost your mind, woman? No. Yes, I have lost my mind. But that's not why I'm doing ice bath, okay? If anything, I'm doing ice bath to help the fact that I have lost my mind. No, but it helps a lot with my ADHD symptoms. Like, I feel like I can focus a lot better after I do ice bath. And I don't know, I just feel good. Like, it gives me a good start to the day. And so I think what I'm going to start doing is like, when I wake up, I'm not going to look at my phone until I've done my ice bath. I don't know. I'm going to try that and see how it goes. It's going to take a lot of discipline because like the first thing I want to do when I get up is look at my phone. Man, that's going to be tough. I don't know if I have the strength, guys. I'm going to try to do it. I don't know. I'm at a point where like, I don't care. I won't try anything. I'm not going to try like skydiving or anything like that, but I'll try anything that's like not going to like kill me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's not that scary getting in a tub of ice. Like, I don't know. I literally, I've never had so many people messaging me since I started doing this ice bath thing. People like message me every single day. In either, there's one of two things that they say. They're either like, hell yeah, I love ice bath. I just did mine earlier. Or they're like, you're insane. So, I don't know. To everybody who's messaging me telling me I'm insane, just try it. Like, it's not that hard. It's not that big of a deal. Just get in the tub. Like, it's really not that bad. Like, okay, here's the thing. For the first couple minutes, it's kind of like, especially the first minute, you're like, oh my God, get me out of here. But after you hit 2 minutes, it's just kind of more like calming in a way. Like, I don't know. You start like getting into your breathing and you just kind of get used to the cold. But until you can do 10 minutes, or not 10 minutes, until you can do 2 minutes, I feel like the ice bath is kind of hard. It's kind of rough. Like once you get to that point where you can do 2 minutes, then I feel like from there you're good. But until you can do that, you're going to get in there and freak out. I don't know. The first time I did ice bath, like it wasn't that big of a deal. Like I was in so much pain. I just like got like a few bags of ice at the gas station. I just jumped in there as soon as I got home. It was after a sparring session. and I did not care. I was like, I was in so much pain in my body, like, and I had like just like soreness that had really like built up, and I was training a lot, and it just like all hit me at once after sparring, and I was like, ow, 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 and plus getting punched in the face, that doesn't help. But yeah, I remember this is the first time I ever did ice bath. I had never done it before. I never really like looked into it that much. The only thing I knew about ice bath is I saw people do it on The Ultimate Fighter. So that's how I found out about ice bath years ago. Like now everybody's doing ice bath. Wim Hof, of course, he's like the goat of ice bath basically. And then you have like Andrew Huberman, who's talking about it on his podcast, and Joe Rogan's talking about it. And I've seen some other people talking about it in the fitness industry. And so everybody's talking about ice bath right now, but I mean, it's not like it's a new thing. Like I saw people doing it on The Ultimate Fighter, and this was years ago. And I was like, huh. So then when after sparring, when I was sore, I was like, maybe I should try doing an ice bath. That might help. I didn't even think much of it. And then I did it, and I sat in there literally for so long because I was so sore, and I was afraid that if I got out too soon that it wouldn't like have the full effect. So I sat in there for like 10 minutes. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I did that. I did have like a long sleeve compression shirt on though, because I wasn't really worried about my lower body getting cold. It was like my upper body getting cold. So I did kind of cheat a little bit. Now I do it with just a swimsuit on, but it was still really cold. And yeah, but anyways, that was my first ice bath experience. And that was like, I don't know, maybe like 2 or 3 years ago that happened. But yeah, good times. So yeah, I started my day with an ice bath, went to the gym, did upper body workout. It was fire. It was awesome. I felt really good, felt strong, and yeah. I'm trying to think what else is going on. I don't know. I do want to talk about the fights. So I changed my podcast schedule. I'm going to do them on Mondays now. Or I'm at least going to release it on Mondays now, just so it's like consistent. I was doing it on Thursdays, but I think Monday's going to work a lot better for me. And also then I can do like a recap of the fights. So I thought that would be kind of cool. Yeah. So podcast Mondays. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to set like an exact time that I'm going to drop them, because that might be a little bit too much for me, but I'll at least know, you'll know on Mondays to expect my podcast to drop now. So you get a little bonus episode now, because I just did one the other day on Thursday. So now you got another one. But I do want to talk about the fights this weekend. Fight night. Exciting. I did not watch it all live. I watched it after the fact. And I didn't watch all the fights because I just didn't have time. And the reason I didn't watch it live is because it was my friend's birthday. I mean, come on, that's a pretty good excuse. So, and that's the problem with the fights always being on Saturday night, is like, I always have like something going on. So hopefully the pay-per-view, oh wait, no, I do have something going on. It's Emily's birthday on the pay-per-view. So I'll watch that one after the fact. I'll watch that one on Sunday. Hopefully nobody spoils it for me. Like, guys, please don't spoil it for me. I do actually want to watch it and sort of, have some sense of mystery as to who's going to win when I watch it. It's probably going to be hard to do. I'll probably have to like stay off social media until the fight. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yeah, the pay-per-view, I'm not going to be able to watch it live, but I will watch it the next day. I think that's the next pay-per-view is John Jones versus Gane. So yeah. But anyways, that's when I watched it. Saturday night's fights. Erin Blanchfield. Oh my gosh. I can't believe what she did to Andrade. She submitted Andrade in the second round, for those of you who didn't watch the fight. And it was just beautiful. It was great. It was fantastic. I had a feeling that she was going to win, especially with it being short notice for Andrade, but still, it's Andrade. She used to be champ. Like, to beat Andrade is one thing, but to submit her in the second round, that's crazy. That is crazy. I still can't believe that it happened. But anyways, yeah, I had a feeling that she was going to win, but I didn't think it was going to be that fast. I thought it was going to be like they actually fought all 5 rounds. That's what I was expecting. Just because it's Andrade. I've watched Andrade so many times. So I've just, I've watched Blanchfield too, but I haven't watched her nearly as much as Andrade simply because she just hasn't been in the UFC as long. And Andrade has so much experience. Like, she's fought everyone. So I was really impressed. The way that Blanchfield took her down and then immediately took her to side control and then got her back and choked her out was crazy. It was crazy. Like, just the way she did it was so dominant. Like, she's like, nope, here we go. We're going to the ground. Oh, and we're going to side control. And I'm getting it on your back. Night, night. And then, of course, Andrade tapped. Because, there was no way she was getting out of that. But, oh my gosh. What a great fight. And the first round was really good round. Like, Andrade actually was having some success in the first round with her striking. Like, Erin, I felt like, was landing more shots. And I haven't looked at the stats or anything, so I don't actually know. But it looked like she was landing more shots, but Andrade was landing with more power. So Andrade, I think, was definitely, there was a power difference there as far as their striking goes. But Andrade was throwing a lot at her, and she was throwing them all like really hard. She was throwing bombs at Blanchfield. But yeah, oh my gosh. And the fact that Blanchfield was able to kind of like weather that storm in the beginning, because seriously, Andrade was throwing straight up bombs. And the way that she just handled it, and then, I don't even know who won the first round. I didn't look at like any of the scorecards or anything. But it doesn't matter because Blanchfield literally, just great work. Great work. Like, she did it perfectly. The second round from start to finish was so perfect. Like, it was just great. I was actually surprised. Like she tried to take her down in the first round. And then when she tried to take her down the second round, I wasn't expecting her to get her down that fast. And I was like, wow, okay. She means business now. She don't play. But yeah, I was really impressed with that fight. Erin Blanchfield, and she's only 23. She's only 23. And if she can get a title shot next, she'd probably be the youngest female champ. Maybe. I think Rose was 25 when she won the title. And Blanchfield would probably be 24 at the youngest when she fights for the title, because I don't think she'll be able to fight for the title before she turns 24. So then, how old was John Jones when he became champion? Was he 23 or 24? I can't remember. I'm not good with like numbers. I might have to look it up later. But anyways, regardless, 23 years old, and she beat a former champ, and she's probably got a good story for a title shot. I think that she should get a title shot. She's really good, and do it now, like do it early, so then she can defend the title for a while. I think that would be awesome. If she wins, of course. She's got to get through Shevchenko. So, like, let's not get too excited. But Shevchenko, I think it was her fight with Jennifer Maia. There was a fight that she had where she kind of showed some weaknesses on the ground. I can't remember. I think it was Jennifer Maia that she fought, who was like a super big underdog. But I don't know. If there's anybody that can beat Shevchenko, Blanchfield, I don't know. I'm just saying, she's got something special. That's for sure. Like, she definitely has something special. And you see fighters sometimes and you're like, they have that thing. Like, that's what I first thought when I saw Hamzat. And, like, I know Hamzat's he's made some mistakes. Okay? He said some ridiculous things, and he's, yeah. But anyways, regardless of that, like, he's a great fighter. He's very talented. And for how fast he came into the UFC and just, like, demolished everything in his path except Gilbert Burns. But it was still, I mean, the thing is like, look how high of a level Gilbert Burns is on. So for that to be like his real test of an opponent, like, I was actually impressed with him in that fight. But yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she just has that thing. She has that special thing. And I think I don't know if it will be her next fight, but I think she will be champion. Erin Blanchfield will be champion at some point, I believe. I believe that 100%. She has the skills. She has all the skills to do it. But she's got to get through Shevchenko, which I don't know. That's tough. I don't know who wins that fight. I have no idea. We'll see if it happens. We'll see. But anyways, what's the next pay-per-view? Jones versus Gane. Let's see. I guess I'll give my prediction for that now. I don't know how many episodes I have until that fight, so I'll just give it now. I think Gane is gonna win. Don't come for me. I seriously do. I think he's gonna win. I think Gane is going to beat John Jones. I said it. Here's why. I haven't really seen anything overly impressive from John Jones in a while. I mean, watch his fight against Dominic Reyes and watch his fight against Thiago Santos. Watch those fights and then tell me you don't think the same thing. And the thing is like, look at, like, Dominic Reyes fought John Jones in a controversial decision, and then of a very controversial decision. And then his next 3 opponents, I think, knocked him out. So, I mean, it's not like he went on to be champ or anything. So it's like, I don't know. And that was a 205. He's moving up to 265. So, and I don't think Gane weighs that much. I don't think he's that. Let me see how much he weighs, actually, because I don't know. Because a lot of the guys at heavyweight, they don't actually weigh in at 265. A lot of them weigh in lower than that. That's just the maximum. Cereal. Did I just say cereal? You know why I said that? Because I was watching John Jones talk about the fight, and he said Serial Gane. That's how he pronounced his name. Serial Gane. Okay. Serial Gane is 6'3", 245. I guess that's what he weighs in at. That's a big boy. But he moves so well for how big he is. Like, he moves really well. And the thing is a lot of people think that John Jones is going to out wrestle Gane. And of course, like, he's a much better wrestler than Gane. I mean, Gane doesn't really have much wrestling in his arsenal, I don't think. But the thing is that Francis is so big. That's, I think, why he had success with wrestling Gane, because he's just so big. He has worked on his wrestling too quite a bit in his last few fights. Like, you notice the difference in his wrestling from now and from before. Like, he worked on it a lot. So yeah, of course he's going to take Gane to the ground simply because he's much bigger and stronger. I mean, Francis is a freaking unit. Like, have you guys seen Francis Ngannou? Look at that guy. I mean, yeah. So, I don't know. And I remember like when I said that Francis was going to beat Stipe and everybody was like, what are you talking about? You're crazy. And I'm like, what do you mean? Look at him. He's a monster. But anyways, so yeah, I think Gunn is going to win. Yeah, I just don't think that John Jones is the same anymore. And I think at heavyweight, he's going to lose a lot of speed and cardio. And yeah, I'm not seeing it. I think Cyril is going to be way too fast for him. But that being said, if John can get him to the ground, then I don't think Cyril has any chance of winning the fight. So he's going to have to stay up. He's going to have to stay on his feet. If he can stay on his feet, he'll be fine. But if he gets to the ground, yeah, he's done because he doesn't have wrestling. But anyways, another thing I want to talk about besides UFC is NF just dropped a new song called Hope, and he apparently is dropping a new album. So I would like to talk about that because I saw that he dropped the song like the day that it came out, but I saw there was a video, so I didn't want to listen to the song until I could like sit down and actually watch the video. And that sounds so nerdy, but that's like NF. He doesn't make music videos, like he makes movies. That's the thing. Like his music videos are cinematic. They're so cinematic and just like the most aesthetic video ever. All of his videos are so just like relaxing to watch. But it's like the whole experience. Like you have to watch it and listen to it and like pay attention to the lyrics and like have no distractions when you listen to NF for the first time. After you listen to the song for the first time, I feel like then, you know, you can kind of just whatever. But the first time I listened to his songs, I like to actually like experience it because it's so good. The quality is insane. And he really went there on this one. Like it, oh my God, it was so good. The video was amazing by itself. Even if there was no sound, I would have watched it and been like entertained. But the lyrics in that song, and that's why I love NF. I love his music because of the words that he's saying. Like he's not just like talking about cars and women and talking about, he's talking about real stuff, like mindset. He's talking about like just the human experience. Like he just talks about everything that is so relatable, but that a lot of people don't really talk about in music. Yeah, he talks about mental health. He talks about faith. He talks about all kinds of stuff. And I printed out his lyrics to the song because I knew I wouldn't remember any of them. So I wanted to look through them and find some goodies. But let's see what we got here. It's almost like it's two songs. I think it is, actually. Like, there's two parts to it. Yeah, it's a 2-part song. Actually, it might be... I wonder if it's 3 parts. No, it's just 2. Okay, I'm going crazy. Anyways, let's see. Let's look at these lyrics real quick. Oh, this is where he gets real, like... This is when the song, like, really started for me. Like, there's, like, a little bit in the beginning where he's, like, kind of singing. And he actually has a really good voice. Like, a singing voice. Like, I mean, he kind of sings in some of his songs. But he was, like, really singing. And his voice is so good. Yeah, so that was, like, the beginning. And then he went into the actual verse. So that was, I guess, like, more of, like, an intro to the song. And then he starts rapping, like the first verse. So it starts off with, what's my definition of success? And then it's listening to what your heart says. What? And that, as soon as I heard that, I was like, oh my God, this song is going to be a banger. And then he says, standing up for what you know is right while everybody else is Wait a second. Tucking their tail between their legs. So good. Oh, and this one I really like too. What's my definition of success? Creating something no one else can. Being brave enough to dream big. Grinding when you're told to just quit. Giving more when you got nothing left. Oh, man, that's so good. I'm not reading this the way that he raps it, by the way. I'm just literally reading it. But, so you have to listen to the song to get, like, the full effect. But just, like, these lyrics are so amazing. It's crazy. It's when someone who ain't never had nothing ain't afraid to walk away from more profit because they'd rather do something that they really love and take the pay cut. It's a person that would never waver or change who they are. Just try and gain some credibility so they could feel accepted by a stranger. But like the way that he like his flow with these words is so crazy though. Like he makes it sound like they rhyme and none of these words actually rhyme. I'm just starting to realize. I mean, that's kind of what Eminem does too. They have very similar styles. I think he's influenced a lot by Eminem. But the crazy thing about NF is he doesn't curse in any of his music. He doesn't curse at all. And that makes it even more impressive because, like, he doesn't... Not that there's anything wrong with cursing in music. Like, a lot of the music I listen to has a lot of cursing in it. And I don't think that music should be censored. I think people should just say whatever they want. And I think, like, podcasts and everything should be the same way. Like, just say whatever you want. But anyways... But it makes it so impressive because he doesn't need to do that for his lyrics to stand out. Because his lyrics are so crazy. It's the person that can take the failures in their life and turn them into motivation. Facts! That is such facts. It's believing in yourself when no one else does. It's amazing what a little bit of faith can do. If you don't even believe in you, why would you think or expect anybody else that's around you to? Whoa, that is such facts. This whole song, all these words are so, oh my gosh. Just speak my language. Some would say having a mental breakdown is a negative thing, which on one hand I agree with. On the other hand, it was the push I needed to get help and start the healing process. See, if I had never hit rock bottom, would I be the person that I am today? I don't believe so. What? My guy went off. He went off. Seriously, probably one of the best songs I've heard in a while. Honestly. And I know like some people might think that the motivational stuff is like cringy or whatever. But I don't think it's cringy. I love it. But I love motivational type stuff. Like, there is some motivational stuff that I'm like, oh, cringe. But when it's actually legit and it speaks to your soul, then it's not. Because he's speaking straight up facts in these lyrics. So it's like, yeah, I love it. I love it. If you want something to listen to before your workout to get you motivated, listen to that. Listen to any of his songs, really, before a workout. Oh, my gosh. So good. I still can't believe. Man. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. I am excited for that album. I wonder when it's supposed to come out. I don't even know. Let me look. We're about to find out. Well, hopefully, if there's even a release date. NF album. Release date. Let's see. April 7th. Oh, I gotta wait a whole month and a half? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, that's so disrespectful to just drop a single like that and then be like, oh, the album will be out in a month and a half. Now I gotta wait. Oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? Oh, here's the track list. Well, that's kind of cool. He released the names of the songs. Motto, Careful, featuring Corday, who I also like a lot. Mama, Happy, Pandemonium, Suffice, Gone, featuring Julia Michaels, who I also like. Bullet, Turn My Back, Mistake, Let 'Em Pray, and Running. Well, those all sound like bangers. This album is going to be crazy. Crazy. Yeah, and the crazy thing about the video is like it's like him and his former self in the video. That's what made it really interesting. Oh, man. I love NF. He's so different. That's why I like him. He's so different. He talks about life, and he talks about relatable struggles and things that everybody goes through, and I think that's why his music resonates with so many people. But yeah, I'm hyped for that album. It motivated me when I listened to that song to make another playlist on Spotify. So I have a few workout playlists on Spotify. So if you need workout music, go to my Spotify, Brie Eckert, and find my playlist on there. But I'm going to make one. I just started working on it today. I'm going to make one, a motivational workout playlist, and that song's going to be on it, and maybe some other NF songs. But I'm just going to put like a bunch of different songs that motivate me on that playlist. So check it out once I'm done. I don't know. I'll probably work on it later today. But because I needed a new gym playlist anyways. Like I was kind of listening to the other ones that I have on there for a while. And I'm like, I need a new playlist. Like I'm getting bored of this playlist. So yeah. So check that out. But anyways, that's all I got for you today. Got a little bonus episode for you just because I'm changing up my schedule. It's funny, like I actually didn't really plan on doing them on Thursdays originally. It was just like I went on Instagram, was like, hey, should I start my podcast? And everybody was like, yes. So I was like, all right, I got to do it now. And I don't think a lot of people thought I was going to do it, but like I had all the equipment ready. I already like knew how to like do it. I just hadn't done it yet. So I think everybody was kind of surprised that I actually did it, because sometimes I say I'm going to do stuff and I never do it. And I said I was going to start a podcast like 3 years ago and I never did it. It was just something I liked to talk about. I'd be like, yeah, I might start a podcast. And it's like, dude, no, you're not. And then I was like, I'm going to stop saying that and I'm just going to wait and actually just do it. Like, let me just do it. So I just started it, and it's really not that hard to start a podcast. So if you want to start a podcast, just start one. Just do it. Even if you don't have a microphone, just figure it out. I mean, yeah, there's going to be stuff you're going to have to figure out anyways. When you start the podcast, like there's things you don't really think about, and then you just get in there and just do it. So for anybody thinking about starting a podcast, do it. And if you need a guest on your podcast, let me know. I'll be on it. As long as it's like, something cool. Anyways, also check out Wellbeing Brewing for non-alcoholic beer. I need a restock, actually. Real bad. Because I drank all of it the last fight night. But yeah, so check out wellbeingbrewing.com. Use my code Brie Eckert for 10% off your order of $10 or more. All right, well, I am going to go eat dinner and get some stuff done around the house and post this podcast. All right, well, I will see you guys next week. Bye.